What's going on, guys? In this video, we're taking a quick look at the legendary RS124 Compressor, precision model of the super rare tube compressor and secret weapon from Abbey Road Studios. Now, if you're looking to inject a retro vibe or that vintage 50s and 60s warmth and color to your tracks, we're gonna look at how to get that on a few tracks using the RS124. And for you guys that already own the plugin, make sure you check the link in the description below for the free update. You spoke up, Waves listened, so now included with the RS124 is a high-frequency roll-off feature that smooths out that top-end burst. More on that in just a minute. Right now, I've got the RS124 inserted on drums, bass, vocals, and horns on this 60s-inspired track, and we went from this to this. The whole vibe is lifted, it's more exciting and warmer, and it brought that creamy thickness that this tube compressor is so famous for achieving. Before we dig in, make sure you take a second to hit that subscribe button for the latest news, tips, tricks, and more from Waves Audio. All right, now let's start things off on some vocals. I've got this vocal line here.
Don't give me up, don't give me up. I will do something terrible. Don't tell me you, don't tell me you. Took my number by mistake.
Now it's nice on its own, but when we stick it in the mix with the bass, the horns, and the drums,
don't give me up, don't give me up. I will do something terrible. Don't tell me you, don't tell me you. Took my number by mistake.
So we can use the RS124 to give it a nice lift and a little more color and aggression.
Don't give me up, don't give me up. I will do something terrible. Don't tell me you, don't tell me you. Took my number by mistake.
I've got it set on the cutter unit, and with the Super Fuse active, the vocals are popping right out in front, and it brought more of that mid-range warmth and even brought out some of that depth from the reverb. Let's take a listen again with just the vocal.
Don't give me up, don't give me up. I will do something terrible. Don't tell me you, don't tell me you. Took my number by mistake. I'll show you how, I'll show you how. Show you how to fix me up. Don't let me down, don't let me down. Or worse I can drown, or worse I can drown.
Pushes the whole character of the plugin forward, giving you a more aggressive sound in a smooth and pleasant way. Let's open up the extended view now and take a look at another instance of the RS124 on drums. I'm also going to open up Q-Clone so you can see exactly what's happening under the hood with the curve of the plugin. Here are the drums before. And after. So you can hear the RS124 created a bigger, wider, and fuller sound by processing in mid-side. It also brought out more of the rim depth of the drums. And you can see on the curve, the compressor added a slight boost in the lows, which is great for adding a little more weight to things like bass and drums. But there's also a burst in the top end, which may not be suitable for drums. So what we can do is turn on the high-frequency roll-off, and we can smooth out the RS124's inherent frequency boost above 10 kilohertz. Let's take a quick listen to that on and off. The difference in the top end is subtle, but definitely a great feature if you have the plugin spread out across different channels. And what they used to do back in the day is send the recording to the tape machine, and this step in the process would naturally roll off any harsh high-end frequencies, and is also an important part of the sound they achieved from that era. Let's take a listen now to a couple other elements in the track. Next is the bass with the plugin in mono. Because the attack time is fixed and slow, it lets more of the bass transient attacks come through, so you can give an electric bass a more aggressive and squashed vibe without sucking the life or dimension out of the sound. Now, this isn't a plugin you want to do subtle compression with. With the RS124, you want to hear it. Now let's check it out on the horns. Gave him that bursting, gluey, vintage vibe. The mid-side processing and mixing between the wet and dry got things a little wider, and the high-frequency roll-off smooths out the harshness of the top end. Let's A/B everything in the mix one last time before we head out. Here's the before.
I'll show you how I earn my crown. And you fall again from my sharp hook. Yeah.
There it is, the legendary Abbey Road RS124 Compressor. If you're looking to inject a retro vibe or the character of vintage hardware into your tracks, you definitely need to check this plugin out. For anyone out there that already has the plugin, make sure you head over to waves.com/RS124 to learn how you can get your free update, including the plugin's high-frequency roll-off feature. Before you do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to keep up with the latest news, tips, tricks, and more from Waves Audio. Until next time, thank you for watching.